Today, we're diving into a topic that's probably more relevant than ever in our digital lives. Is spending time on video games actually better for you than endlessly scrolling through social media, or what we like to call doom scrolling? Now, I know that some of you might be thinking, video games, healthy, isn't that just wasting time? And I get it. Both activities can definitely suck you in, but after doing a deep dive into the research, my take is a resounding yes. Video games, when used in moderation, offer significant benefits compared to doom scrolling. It just simply can't match. So let's break down why. The hidden power of video games, why they're better. First up, let's talk about your brain. When you play video games, especially strategic ones, you're actually giving your brain a serious workout. Cognitive boost. Studies show that frequent gamers can perform cognitively like people 13.7 years younger on average. That's from research reported by Neuroscience News in an article titled Video Games Boost Cognition, Exercise Improves Mental Health. Problem-solving skills. Games like puzzles, strategy games, or even fast-paced action titles constantly demand that you think critically, plan, and solve problems under pressure. This isn't just a theory. Wellpower highlights how games sharpen these essential skills in their piece, The Surprising Truth About Video Games and Mental Health. Hand-eye coordination and visuospatial skills. Ever notice how quickly gamers react? That's because games actively improve your hand-eye coordination and visuospatial skills. How well can you perceive and navigate space? The Cleveland Clinic discusses these benefits in their article, Are Video Games Good for You? Your Brain Thinks So. Attention and focus. Modern games demand sustained attention and the ability to quickly switch tasks. This can dramatically improve your focus and attention span, according to research published in the journals like MDPI, particularly in Systematic Reviews on Video Games, Impact on Cognitive Function. Even gray matter. Yes, playing games can be linked to an increase in gray matter in your brain, the part responsible for memory, movement, and emotions. Again, the Cleveland Clinic reports on this fascinating benefit in their brain health resources. Beyond just brain power, video games can be surprisingly good for your mental and emotional well-being. Sense of accomplishment and flow. Unlike mindlessly scrolling, games give you clear goals and immediate feedback. When you conquer a tough level or solve a complex puzzle, you get a powerful sense of accomplishment. This often leads to a state called flow, where you are completely immersed, feeling energized and losing track of time, a very positive experience. Teladoc Health UK discusses the psychological benefits of gaming, and research in PubMed Central PMC further explores flow states in adult players. Stress relief and emotional regulation. Need to de-stress? Moderate gaming can actually be a healthy coping mechanism. Research in PubMed Central PMC, specifically exploring the possible mental health and well-being benefits of video games for adult players. It suggests it leads to more positive mood, relaxation, and can help you regulate your emotions. Safe emotional outlet. For some, games provide a safe space to explore emotions, manage aggression, or work through anxiety in a controlled environment. The American Psychological Association has explored this therapeutic aspect in their publication, The Benefits of Playing Video Games. Boost self-confidence. Every challenge you overcome in a game, every boss you beat, builds your self-confidence and self-esteem. You feel competent, and that translates to real life as highlighted in the studies in PubMed Central PMC. Therapeutic uses. This is a big one. Some specifically designed video games are actually being used by Johns Hopkins Medicine to help children and teenagers with anxiety, depression, and ADHD. They published findings in their newsroom. Specifically designed video games may benefit mental health for children and teenagers. And let's not forget the social side of gaming, community and connection. Online multiplayer games aren't just about shooting or building, they're about connecting with others. You form friendships, work together, and improve your communication skills. This is especially vital for people who might find in-person interactions a little bit more challenging. Resources from Built-in and articles in PubMed Central PMC have highlighted how games foster these communities. Sense of belonging. Being part of a gaming guild or a team can fulfill the fundamental human needs to belong and feel valued, as discussed in various studies found by PMC regarding social well-being in gaming. Now, let's flip the coin and talk about doom scrolling. We've all done it, mindlessly scrolling through feeds, consuming negative news, or just endless, often pointless content. While it seems harmless, it carries some serious downsides for your mental health. Anxiety and depression spike. This is a huge one. Doom scrolling is strongly linked to higher levels of anxiety, stress, and depression. It can worsen existing conditions and even trigger panic attacks. Multiple sources, including articles from UNC Health Cadwell, like doom scrolling and its effect on your mental health, and Restore Mental Health, the mental health impact of doom scrolling, clearly state this connection. Feeds negativity and rumination. Our brains have a negativity bias. We're wired to pay attention to threats. Doom scrolling exploits this, creating a vicious cycle where constant negative input reinforces negative thought patterns and endless worry or rumination. The University of California explains why we're so susceptible to this in their article article, Doom Scrolling Again? Experts explain why we're wired for worry. Increased stress hormones. The constant influx of bad news actually triggers your body's stress response. Your cortisol and adrenaline levels go up, leading to increased stress and mental fatigue. This is a psychological response, as detailed by Restore Mental Health and other behavioral health experts. Helplessness and despair. When you're constantly bombarded with problems you can't control, it can lead to an overwhelming feeling of helplessness and despair. Magellan Federal highlights this impact in their discussion on doom scrolling, why staying up to date becomes harmful. Potential for PTSD symptoms. In extreme cases, prolonged exposure to distressing content through doom scrolling can actually be linked to PTSD-like symptoms. It's a form of vicarious trauma, and research done by PubMed indicates changes in sleep patterns and doom scrolling as risk factors for anxiety due to continuous stress. And the negative effects don't stop there. Sleep disruption. Scrolling on your phone before bed overstimulates your brain and messes with melatonin, making it harder to fall asleep and reducing the quality of your rest overall. UNC Health Cadwell confirms this in their articles about doom scrolling's effects. Time waste and productivity drain. Doom scrolling is often a passive, mindless activity. It might offer a momentary distraction, but is essentially a huge time sink that pulls you away from productive tasks or genuine engagement with your life. You often emerge from a scrolling session feeling worse than when you started. Magellan Federal discusses how it wastes time and energy. Highly addictive. Just like addictive behaviors, doom scrolling can trigger a dopamine release when you find new information, creating a feedback loop that keeps you hooked. Plus, social media algorithms are literally designed to keep you scrolling regardless of the impact on your well-being. University of California and Magellan Federal discuss these addictive mechanisms. So, when we weigh the benefits of cognitive growth, emotional regulation, and social connection from video games against the anxiety, stress, and passive consumption of doom scrolling, the choice becomes pretty clear. Video games, when approached mindfully and in moderation, genuinely offer a richer, more active, and more positive experience for your brain and your well-being. Doom scrolling, on the other hand, is a mental health drain that mostly leaves you feeling worse. Now, this isn't to say all gaming is good and that you should never check the news. It's about being intentional with your screen time. If you find yourself in that endless scroll, maybe try picking up a game instead. Engage your brain, connect with friends, and actively achieve something. So, what were your thoughts? Do you find yourself doom scrolling too often? Have video games helped you in unexpected ways? Let me know down in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.